Hey guys, welcome back to Confessions with Cassidy. I, of course, am Cassidy, and I'm so happy to have you guys back here. This video is an interesting one. These confessions, we got some one-night stands, we've got some bad breakups, and I just can't wait to dive my teeth into these. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe. Every click helps, and then I can keep making these amazing confessional videos. Let's do it. When I was at university, I was dating this guy who lived a 20-minute walk away from me. Super close. He was being kind of distant with me, so I ended up having some liquid courage to go and see what was his problem. I have done this multiple times. You know, I don't know what it is about me, like when I was in my early 20s, I could not just like have a conversation with someone. Like I had to be like, okay, we're doing shots in order for me to like text the guy I was dating. It seemed a bit dramatic. When I arrived, he proceeded to break up with me. Okay. Because of our long distance relationship. 20 minutes. My fiance, yes, she's off the market, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. My fiance is German and I'm Canadian. That's long distance before I moved over here. 20 minutes? I would have died to live 20 minutes away from Philip. Oh my god, name reveal. So yeah, this guy, that's a pretty stupid reason to break up with someone for long distance. I mean, 20 minutes. Come on, guy. Get your shit together. I was pretty upset and a little drunk. The liquid courage will do that for you. That's what they never tell you. All your friends are like, oh my god, just have a shot. Or me, I'm like, have a shot. Like, it'll be so much easier. But then when you're actually in this situation, you're drunk and you can't remember like what you wanted to say. You just always end up like making up and kissing or something, or like hooking up. Two, for some reason, like they always get away with like the bad behavior because you've had too much to drink. Because, I mean, at least for me, whenever I say I'm having liquid courage, I drink the house down. I was pretty upset and a little drunk, so I got in a cab to go home. Smart decision. See, this is where I stay and, like, start a fight or something. You made the right decision. You got out of there. Even though you were sad and drunk, you went home. 10 out of 10. Big applause for you. Yes, I know the walk was only minutes, but I was drunk and sad. I am sorry this happened to you. Like, that's just a shitty excuse to break up with someone. It also doesn't make any sense. I guess you were in college, so what? 18, 19. This is like a shitty thing to do to someone at that age. I don't like that. Like, at least break up with someone because you, like, don't like them or something. Long distance. He can't even walk 20 minutes. I mean, he's not worth it anyway. I'm guessing this is an old story, but you dodged a bullet still. Anyway, once I got in the cab, I was looking at the seat and saw something a bit suspect. Upon further investigation, it was indeed a shit. Somebody pooped in the... Ma'am, what? Upon further investigation, it was indeed a shit and someone had left a $5 bill beside it. Somebody took a shit and left a tip. Like... Wasn't the best night, but I took the $5 bill as payment for my shitty situation. What a closing line. Oh my gosh. At least you like had a $5 to like go buy a Starbucks the next day. 10 out of 10, that sucks, but that is so funny. A $5 bill beside a poop in the back of a taxi. Did the taxi driver, was he just like in his own world? Did he not just think for a moment, this taxi normally smells a little bit better than this. Why is there a stench of pure feces coming from my car? He didn't think that? He didn't think, maybe I should turn around and check out the sweet tip my last rider left me. Oh my god, can you just imagine being that person? Like, who has to poop that badly? Just say pull over. You have to pull down your pants. Take a poop in the back of a taxi. The confidence of this person, I don't think it's ever been matched in history or beyond. To pull down your pants and take a poop in the back of a taxi. But they were raised right because they left a tip. Okay, next confession. Does anyone else come up with elaborate alter egos when going out? Yes. Oh my gosh. Coming up with like different names and like different jobs. different cities. I love that. I did this a bunch when I met someone on a night out and was certain it was going to be a one-night stand. So why not have fun with it? I love the way you work. That is so smart. We would get on like peanut butter and jelly. Oh my God, a night out with you, you know, is fun. I don't even know you, and I know that a night out with you is fun. About 5 years ago, when out in New York City with friends, we went to a dive bar in Chelsea. Cute, love Chelsea. And I meet this guy wearing a jacket that resembles an Ugg boot and is very clearly older than me. Okay, so I'm guessing an Ugg boot. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know, like a suede jacket. I need to like create the visual in my head. And he's older than you. Okay. We get to chatting. I tell him I'm a doctor that lives in Canada and specializing in a very niche type of medicine. And he is eating up every word. Oh my God, I love that. You also must be smart because in order to make an alter ego, you have to back it up. Like, you need the facts. I've watched enough Love Island to pretend I'm from Essex. But like, to say you're a doctor, oh my God. Or you watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy, which maybe I could actually do. Push one of Epi, get the crash card, code blue. Like, I get you on that one. So you're either very intelligent or you watch Grey's, or you're both, which if you are, girl. He tells me he's an actor and has been in a few movies. That's cool. We close down the bar we're at, go to another bar and close that one down as well. We go home together and spend the night chatting amongst other things. You naughty little minx. And he takes me to the bus station the next morning to go back home. While riding back, I was curious to know how old he was, since he looked at least 5 or so years older than me. So I was plotting how I could get his last name to Google him, since I wanted to avoid directly asking him. Yeah, that's smart. Then you you also don't seem like too interested and like too keen.
I'm gonna find you on Facebook later.
Remember Facebook? Like, do people still use it, apart from hearing from their relatives that they haven't seen since their 16th birthday? I feel like every time I open up the Facebook app, it's just like somebody's being a horrible person, and then I have to block them. Or it's like a top tier meme. Those are the two options. Or like a family member has like died. Why did I laugh?
Morbid.
I ask if he could email me some of his acting reels so I can watch his craft. Oh my God, how you wrote craft. I love that. I finally get his name once I am home and frantically Google to find the answer. Standing on the street corner, I screamed. Mr. Suede Boot was 45 years old. I was 21. The drama. What's a 45-year-old doing picking up a 21-year-old? You know somebody's 21. When I was 21, I thought I looked like I was 27. I was like, oh girl, I am the queen of the kingdom. But no, I look at pictures, my brows were like blocks and I was clearly freshly 21. So this guy, bit of a creep. I mean, at least you were 20. That is a big, wait, math. 45 minus 21. $23, right? 23. 23. Or? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I love that, like, the entire vibe of the night seemed great. Cool 45-year-old actor. Great story. Love that he wore a suede boot jacket. That's iconic. Don't like the age gap. I'm like, you're 45. Maybe go to a different style bar. Maybe find somebody that's above 30. 21, I was a baby. When I think about being 21, I really thought I had my whole life figured out. I didn't know what was up from down. It's a hard no from me. My 21st year should have been illegal. I mean, it was. But like, thinking back now, I'm 26 and I'm like, girl, this was not it. But you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. What a great phrase. That's my new motto. You live and you learn. Okay, number 3. Okay, so I used to work on cruise ships. So did I. I loved it. 5 years of my life I worked on cruise ships. Also probably why my 21st year was chaos, bringing that back. But yeah, cruise ships are insane. If you get the opportunity and you're young, you should do it. I mean, you can do it when you're older too. Like, it's a cool experience. I've been to 64 countries, traveled the world, sang on stage, lived my best life, and partied. It's like college, but you don't have to study. You do have to work though. Depends on the job though. Some jobs are better than others. So this person worked on cruise ships. We had a lot of rules about how we could interact with guests and how long we could stay in guest areas. And a big rule was that we had to be in crew area by 2 a.m. This is the biggest rule on ships, I swear. If you are past 2 a.m. in like guest area, like you can get fired. At like about 1:45 in the morning, officers, the ship officers, I mean, they start like rounding up the crew. They're like, it's time to go. But then you go to the crew bar, which the bar closes at 2, but if you're smart, you get wine and beer before. One morning, I woke up after a night of drinking, and all of my clothes and bed sheets were dripping wet. I wonder why. I couldn't figure out how it happened until I went up to the pool deck and saw the group of passengers I was with the night before. They reminded me that not only was I out past 2 a.m., but I was with them, fully clothed, in the hot tub, smoking cigarettes. As a person who has worked on cruise ships, this is next level. On the ship I worked on, crew were not allowed to use like the passenger pools and hot tubs. This is like 5 reasons why you should be fired. If you got caught by this, like, you have no chance. Security saw us. This gives me anxiety because I've lived this life. Security saw us and chased us through the ship, and I escaped back to crew area without being caught. You are blessed and highly favored, my friend. That is so lucky. That's why all my clothes were soaking wet. I like it though how you didn't even change. Like, you were just like, let's go to bed. I was in a hot tub, but you know what? Chlorine. You said it's time to nap. I don't know how I was never fired. I don't know how you were never fired. That is next level. But it must have been a fun night. I always thought that was like always sad, because I always feel like at like 1:30, I mean, maybe not so much now, like now I'm like a little bit ready for some wine and like going to watch a movie and maybe going to bed, but like when I was 21 and like 22 and stuff, my big party years, it was definitely like 1 to 2 a.m. I was like, why are the bars closing? This is when the party is getting ready. But also after 2 a.m. things tend to get messy and sloppy, so maybe there's a method behind their madness on that one. Thank you for an amazing episode. I really, really enjoyed these confessions. They were super fun and super funny, and I hope you enjoyed them as well. Make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Stay safe, keep sinning, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.